Michi made it.
Welcome to the Ears to the Streets podcast. I'm your host, Zaza Too Loud. We got a good one for you today. I am so excited to share this artist with you. Take a look. This is our second time meeting right now. Yeah, this is our.
It's actually been a year, I think.
It's been a year?
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
'Cause
It's January when we did it.
so close to a year.
So it's almost been a year. So we're here again with Jigg Staxks. We're here to talk about the year. It's December. Our last interview was January, I want to say 3rd. It was that early in the year.
It was cold.
So it's December 14th. You managed to drop Find Out, and then it was Miss Stacks after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the song that I really like. As
Appreciate it.
we're gonna go back into it, but just to let you know, I like that song. I didn't get a chance to tell you, but
Nah, thank you.
I know a big thing happened this year. We want to talk about that. One day, y'all, I promise you, I was minding my own business, and I seen a random account text me, and I knew it was up. Like I knew it was up for this nigga. So you want to tell us what happened, with you losing your account and everything?
I got you. So yeah, so like basically, I don't know, like I woke up for work and I got a message on my phone saying somebody tried to sign into my Instagram from like the Bahamas or something. And but like they said that they saved it, so it was good. And to just change my password. I changed my password and then a couple hours later I got calls from mad people like, yo, you got a Tesla truck. I was like, I ain't getting no Tesla truck. I tried to sign into my Instagram. It said, yeah, password's been changed, recovery email was changed. So basically I got hacked. And he held the account for ransom for like 3 weeks, something like that. Instagram didn't really do nothing to help. Like he was literally texting me on WhatsApp on some, like calling me up through WhatsApp talking about it's $500 to get your account back. I was just like, yeah, I guess it's a dub. So me and my team had to adjust because we were also going to be dropping again. So
Right.
we adjusted, started using the backup account. Eventually, like I ended up just catching and slipping one day and like hacked back into my account, changed everything. But yeah, that sucked. So
Mm-hmm. So can you tell us a little bit about like how are you feeling and if your outlook changed on how you wanted to move forward concerning that situation? Because I know for me, like if someone hacks into my account, like that's the account. So what am I gonna do? So I would be appalled. I would be scared a little bit.
nah, it was definitely tough because it was kind of like it's like all the work. I've had that account for like 10 years. I'm at like what 13,000 followers now. So I've been building that up. So it's like, and then all the connects that I've been getting at recent events, marketing, networking, things like that, like labels, A&Rs, all that is all through those DMs. So the fact that somebody else had access to my stuff and they were like actively sending messages, checking messages, it had me cooked for a little bit. But shout out to my manager because if it wasn't for her, like I probably would have sat there and been tight for like a while and not done anything about it. I definitely wouldn't have activated my manager and my aunt. I wouldn't have activated like the backup account and started posting things there. So it was like constant motivation from the people around me, my team around me.
Right.
But it definitely gave me a different outlook on just like how like, yo, things can be like yours 1 second and just be done. Like few minutes later, like overnight, I lost my account for 3 weeks and my interactions, everything was down. So like, you just gotta like really make sure that everything is secure and also understand that like social media is social media. It's not your real life, even though you put a lot of pain into it. It's your business and things like that. But you gotta be able to get back up because if you don't, then like when other obstacles come, you're screwed. So
Right. So what are some of the things that they told you to keep you motivated?
um my aunt was like, it was crazy. She was on a cruise and I told her the minute it happened because my aunt used to manage me. So like
Mhm.
we're mad close. She manages an artist right now. So she was teaching me a lot, like from the ground up. And she was like, yeah, like you gotta stick with it. She was like, this happens sometimes. And if you let it deter you that much and things like that, maybe you're not ready to be an artist for real like that, because things happen. I had my manager and my producer in my corner on the regular texting me like, all right, like you're good. This is regular. Like at the end of the day, you still got supportive fans. I had a lot of fans, a lot of friends and things like that reach out to me and just be like, yo, regardless of the account, we're still gonna listen to your music. So things like that was just like, all right, like I'll get it back eventually. If I don't, I'll restart. But these know what my music is, so it speaks for itself.
So I noticed that you were actually getting into a new sound this year, on the Slizzy wave. I don't know if we talked about it last time, but I kinda wanna ask you, do you feel like when people say, like, not everybody should jump on it, that applies to you, or do you feel like you're doing good on the
Honestly, like, I think at first, genuinely, like, after I make my first sexy drill song, like, in the drafts, I was like, "Yeah, this ain't for me." Already, like, looking at the way that it was going on, I didn't think I'd be able to do it. But eventually, like, mad practice. I think a lot of people, what they do is they hop on the beats and do not practice. Like, it's not even like they just hop on a sexy drill beat with a sample and they think, "Alright, I cooked." And, like, instead of practicing and practicing the sound, you gotta master a certain sound to a certain level before you can start dropping shit with it. So, I practiced a lot. I probably did, like, 8, 10 drop songs before I even and got different opinions on how I should go about it. But I think it worked out fine for me. Like, my numbers went up, connections went up, and things like that. I think it was just I really switched over for the summer, and the wave was tough. Like, Cash Cobain and them came up with their own sound. So hopping on it, letting people see that I'm versatile, I think just adding another genre to what I'm capable of was cool, you know?
would you say that that era is over for you? Or would you say you're gonna still make like, you're gonna make a couple songs and drop a couple like that, or
So honestly, like, I wouldn't say it's over because, like, if I find a fire, sexy Joe beat, I'm not about to sit there and dub it if I can make something nice out of it. Like,
Mhm.
you know, like, but I will say I'm definitely gonna stray back away from it only because it's like, yeah, like I was kind of like borrowing the sound, hopping on the wave or whatever just to challenge myself a little bit. It was moving in the summer. It just went with the whole vibe of the summertime. But
Mhm.
like now I'm about to start getting back into my like more conscious stuff, my more lyrical stuff. So
Um, would you say the Slizzy song is played out right now? I wanna know, just your opinion, this is just you.
I wouldn't say that it's played out, but I think it's on its road to being played out. Like there's not a lot of like originality that comes with it. And I might sound like a hypocrite saying that because yeah, bro, like when the sound came out and stuff, I was like, "Now this is fire. Like, let me see what I could do with it." But I also feel like there's limits. There's definitely limits, and it's kind of like what went down with the drill scene, bro. Like drill kind of died right when sexy drill was coming in. People OD'd.
Oh, so you're saying Jill is dead?
I kind of feel like drill not necessarily dead, but it's dying for sure. It's definitely a dying breed of like drill artists that are still popping as much as they used to. And that's why you see a lot of them are switching over into like the sexy drill wave. They're switching on to like storytelling. I think it's dope that they're creating a more versatile environment for themselves. So, but as for sexy drill, I don't think it's played out yet. I think it's still moving. The Slizzies are killing that shit, but it's definitely getting to a point where like everybody and their moms is doing it. And it's like not like you said, not everybody else can do it.
Right. And I noticed one thing that I haven't seen a lot of artists doing, in 2024 at least, is dropping freestyles, and that's something that you actually started doing, like Friday freestyles. So you wanna tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So like that kind of went back to like it was really my manager. She was like, "Yo, like you used to do all these freestyles." Because when I was younger and I first started like making music, I was doing all of that, the little car videos that everybody was doing, and I was getting views on views. Like that's how I got noticed by like 22Gs, and like he reposted me to his page for his challenge. And I just started doing rap challenges, and like I feel like social media has messed up a lot because yes, it will boost your like appearance and things like that, but the way the algorithm be working sometimes, like they might not even show your stuff to the feed. So like videos are a necessity. Like so I started my manager was like, yeah, like we need content in the summer to keep things going on top of you dropping and promo and things like that. So like make sure we also didn't want anybody to think that like, yo, like, yeah, I'm on the sexy drill wave right now. For like, don't think that I can't out rap you. Like I won't run circles around you if I needed to. So like it was just to keep the thought that like I can go back to that if necessary.
Mhm.
But
You've done a couple of freestyles, I wanna say, with Sounds of the Future, and how did those experiences go for you? Like, do a freestyle for, like a page?
like a platform,
Yeah.
things like that. It's dope. Honestly, I give it up to the people who are creating these platforms, these spaces for like artists who aren't known as much to be seen at like a higher level because they got all this camera equipment and things like saying like you like giving this space for people. I think I told you that last interview, giving this space for like artists to showcase their talents. It was cool. Like getting on Sounds of the Future was dope. It was a dude we know, dude we met. He reached out and stuff, but he goes to college in Queens and like we went to his dorm and everything and recorded it there. And he really like was doing one man army doing that by himself. So shout out to Nolan, like shout out to Nolan for real. But it was a good experience, you know, and it also gives you a way to network with people who are meeting other artists on a regular. So they hear a sound that sounds fire that you're doing, and then they know somebody else they'll connect it to. So I think it's cool to have that platform though.
Is that something that you're gonna be doing a lot more of,
Yes, yeah.
next coming year?
We got a ton of stuff on the way. Not gonna say any names per platform, but we got a couple really big ones that like we're excited for on our end. So
Okay. So I know we talked about music. You have a couple freestyles coming out. Can you talk to us a little bit about the merch? Because we talked about it last time.
or
Let me see, what are the plans for 2025? What can people expect, once they can purchase and things like
um so the merch got like pushed back a little bit from last year. We just wanted to make sure that everything was finalized, details wise, and like it, make sure everything is in the budget. But we do have it's actually being made currently now,
Mm.
like right now. Um, I have one of my good friends working on it, with his wife, and so like they got a whole printing thing going on. It's gonna be a lot of like slimed out. We actually dropped like a little snippet, but we're gonna end up doing like a photo shoot for it, when we're ready to drop them for people to start purchasing and things like that. But it's exciting. It's gonna be like shirts with like the slimed out logo on it, and then we're also planning on doing some hoodies soon. They're gonna have like I don't have a picture of it, but like my logo here, and then maybe something on the back, plus like something with our motto that like me and my team came up with is no risk, no reward. Like that's our shit. So like we're gonna start putting that on merch and stuff too. So very exciting.
that? You said no risk, no reward?
No risk, no reward.
That's valid.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with that motto?
Not gonna lie, I came up with that. Like it was something we were talking about different names in the chat, like just things that we enjoy. And I just thought about it one day when I was at work. I was like, yo, like everybody on my team got something to lose.
Mhm.
Like everybody on my team got something to lose or is sacrificing something currently to make sure that what we're doing right now has potential of actually going somewhere because everybody got something on the line. We all got lives to live. So it's the fact that we all trust each other enough to support each other in this without a guarantee. Because, bro, there is no matter how fast up and coming you are, there's no guarantee that you make it up and then stay up too. So, like, our goal is, yeah, we're gonna take whatever possible risks to get to where we want to be at and things like that. By any means necessary, to put us in better positions, to put our families in better position. You don't take no risks. You stay in your own lane forever. You're just gonna stay there forever. Like my dad always told me, you shouldn't live to die in the same place you were born. So the goal is to elevate as much as possible. So no risk, no reward.
Mhm. I like that. I like that it's something that you can carry and remember when you're going through different things. Because that's something that you can also save for the fact that you lost your account.
Yeah.
It was something that's it's a risk. Social media is a risk. You never know when things
I
happen.
know.
So I really do enjoy that. I do lastly want to talk about Mrs. Stacks. So I know that just dropped. It was doing it is doing numbers. I got your Spotify listeners up a little bit. I seen
I
some.
appreciate it.
I keep up. I keep up. So how did you go about making that song?
So Miss Stacks was Mrs. Stacks, Miss Stacks. I don't even know what I put on the thing for real.
Just
But
Mrs.
this is yeah, regardless. We basically like it was wild. So my manager was like, "Yo, like I know you've been doing a lot of sexy drill, and like what I do is it's always been a problem of mine, and that's why she's my manager. 'Cause she does not play that shit. Like, she was like, "Yo, like send me all of your music, anything that you got or whatever, even if you don't like it." And me, like I think I said it in the other interview, I'm a person. Well, I'll like get out the studio, think it's fire, and then 2 days later, I'm like, I'm not jacking it, and it'll just die in the vault. It won't go nowhere. So like, she's been making sure that we get the good ones out. And I was going through. She was like, send it all, and I sent her everything. She was like, yo, like when did you record this one? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, that's been sitting in there for like Mr. Stacks was sitting there for like what 2 months, just sitting in my notes, and like. He was like, nah, like we need to drop this. And we're looking for something to drop before doing another drop. We're being a lot more strategic now.
Bro,
That's thanks to her. Like she's very on top of making sure that we're doing things the right time.
that's
The rollout plans. It's needed. It's super needed. Like and that's something I grew to appreciate too, because I was doing it completely wrong. So But she was like, "Yeah, like, let's drop this. It's around the end of the summer or, like, midsummer, something like that, so it's, like, perfect timing." And the weather was still really warm for months, like, up until, like, October, end of October, so, like, we were just like, "We could just ride this out for as much as possible." And, yeah, she's like, "Let's drop it," and after that, it was, like, coming up with a cover for it.
Right.
She came up with that idea too, like, it's been a lot of her, but I just made the music.
Yeah, that's good. It sounds like you guys are a real team.
Yeah, for sure, we're a duo. We really wanted to make sure that, like, for that single, that it got as much recognition as possible because I completely changed, like, the chorus was, like, somebody else's chorus, like, from a different song. It was just kinda like I just threw it on there for fun, and it just kinda went with the vibe of the song.
Where can we know about your next drop? Like your
Like,
release date?
we do, it's not dropped yet. It's gonna drop with the. It's so I guess I'll tell y'all it's a sexy drill. I actually have posted a couple snippets for it and things like that. The snippets did maybe like TikTok, it's got like 10K right now
Mhm.
and like 1,000 likes. It's been trending with the sound because the sample that we use is a sexy drill, like I said. So the sample that was used was there's a producer I know from Jersey named he's D Dot. But he's nice. And every time I like honestly, truth be told, the way that I made that song was like I was sitting in the crib and one of my friends was scrolling through TikTok and that song, that everybody's been using the I love, like all of that, bro. So like it's called Chest Pains by some guy, Malcolm something. But I was obsessed with that sound. So I was like, yo, what if we sampled that? I went onto YouTube and I found that somebody already did it. And they had only just dropped a couple weeks ago. So we were like, let's try it. I said, give me like 35 minutes. I was done in 35 minutes. Like we hooked up something. I recorded it in my car on the way to drop them off home. Like literally like headphones in and recording. And then dropped them off, mixed and mastered it through we sent it to somebody to get mixed and mastered, and then got it back. So it's dropping real soon. Everybody heard it, and they were like, "Nah, like this might be one of them ones." So it's been a lot of promo on that song. So it's called "Safe with You."
Safe with you?
Safe with me. Safe
Safe
with me. That's what it's called. Yeah, my bad.
safe with me.
I also forgot. So last interview I was with you, I talked about dropping "Misunderstood."
Yeah.
And
The
yeah,
deluxe.
so we were gonna do a deluxe. We decided not to do a deluxe on it, but what we're gonna do is it's coming up on its 1 year anniversary. So we do have something special planned for it. A nice little like video, satellite performances and things like that or whatever. So we'll see how it plays out. But it should that's probably the next big thing we have going on. It's just been so much on the plates lately. We've been making a lot of strides in good places
Yeah,
and stuff. So
I've been seeing that, and I've been seeing that. So I really appreciate you for coming and talk to me,
yeah,
briefly, of course. But
no problem.
um,
I appreciate you for having me again.
yeah, and it's really like I even think about it. It was it's literally almost been a year. Like
Right.
we've accomplished so much since the last time we actually spoke, and that's really what
It's insane. I remember, like,
amazing.
the last interview I had with you actually, like, opened my eyes to the fact that I was not doing everything I needed to be doing. It was like, "Yo, like, this was cool. I did what I needed to do and stuff," but, like
You know what's crazy? I think I almost knew that. It was right after our interview dropped, and I promise you, I was laughing about it. Like, this is a joke to me. I was like, nah, this nigga's seen the video and he says he gotta get better. For dude, literally, he right.
I'm one of those dudes, like, if I feel like somebody's doing better than me, I gotta lock in, or it's like I'm not doing enough, I gotta lock in, and my manager was looking at me, and she's like I was mad about my Spotify Wrapped up last year. I was like, it was mad low, and then um, she was like, "How many times did you drop?" And I was like, "Yo, I only dropped 3 singles, like, the entire years." My numbers were mad low, I was embarrassed, I didn't even post it. So I was like, "Nah, it's time to lock in." Then we just went drop for drop, networking event everywhere, we're meeting all these celebrities, 41, like and we went to Angie Martinez's barbecue, like, we went to a lot of I met, Wale, me and Wale had a full conversation at an event, which is insane. I met J. Cole yesterday, like
You did?
yeah, and I got some autograph, yeah.
I'm so jealous of y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, y'all gotta tell me when y'all see Nerd because I want to see him.
Nah. Are you going to Dreamville?
I want to because it's him that's the last one, but I didn't check the tickets yet.
Nah, yeah.
I want to.
So clutch those tickets out. I got mine. I had to get mine. Yeah. If I'm not gonna be able to make his last his 10-year anniversary
Like
concert on Monday. So
oh, is it true that he doing them for $1?
$1 for a dream, but it's like she's gonna drop a location and you gotta be there. So if you're not in the city, like
I'm
Manhattan area,
but I'm
yeah,
gonna be in Manhattan, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I had no, cause I have to go, like,
That's what I'm trying to do. That's what
I have to go.
the sole thing yesterday was like for the sit rehearsal.
The tickets right now is saying 500. That's why we're like
500 is that low too because like when I first lower, but it no, it's low, but bro, like when I first got in the queue, I had 10,000 people in front of me. I got in, no lie at all. Tickets for $185. I went to put in my checkout box. The minute I hit next, it said, sorry, these tickets are unavailable. Refresh the page again. These tickets are unavailable. And the price kept going up. When I stopped looking, I even went to the box office because they take away the fees and stuff. I went to MSG's box office. When I stopped looking, they were like, yep, the last price, the high, I think it was at like 418. Yep. GG. But he ended up the rehearsal he did yesterday, the secret rehearsal, bro. Oh my, he did every song. He literally came out. He said, "I'm gonna do everything the same way I'm gonna do it at the show." So I was like, you know, at least I got to see this. Like
yeah.
fair bite. J Cole?
Yo Cole.
Nah, yeah, he bodied.
We have so much to talk about though. I was like, hey, J. Cole is a whole different subject and they don't know. Like they don't even know what happened. They wasn't even there. And I mean, I was on the stories. I was like, that's lazy up there.
Yeah, bro.
I see it like literally a couple minutes after he posted it.
That shit was everywhere too for a minute.
Yes,
Like,
that was. I was showing my friends and everything, but we definitely gotta get out of here. We're definitely gonna see each other probably after you drop
yeah, I'll be back.
the deluxe first timed out. But I appreciate you for coming.
Of course.
That concludes our video. Is there anything that you want to shout out?
Like I said, the Slime Out Deluxe is coming out in January. We got merch on the way. Stay with me. Save With Me is dropping soon, and yeah, just stay tuned. We got a lot more on the way. So
Michi made it.